Let's go.
Sorry, I was late. I'm late. What up? I was late for my own show. What's the deal with that? Wave to everybody. Wave, wave, wave. How's it going? Happy Friday. Aaron, dropping giving 50, wants to join the live video. All right. Or someone else wants to. Here. You know what? Let's wait for a little bit on that.
Let's go.
Happy Friday. What's everyone up to today? Limbo KMM. I don't know who you are, but how's it going? Today I'm drinking on some Samuel Adams. And I like this beer because it's named after our second president, Sam Adams. Our second president. And the one thing I like about Sam Adams, our second president, is that it's a really tough job to follow our first president, Jim Washington. Do you get it? His name was John Adams, Brandon.
Let's go.
Brandon, you thought Sam Adams was our second president, didn't you?
Yes.
Now, Jim Washington is a great president. He fought for our country in the Revolutionary War.
Let's go.
You had 5 shots of Admiral Nelson's. That's my guy, Admiral Nelson, our third president. Great guy. Say my name, Leonard Gaboros. All right. I don't know what that means. But it's a great Friday. Things are going well. Business is going well for me. I hope everyone else is doing great in life. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Yesterday, after work, I drove to this new facility, and it's 22,000 square feet, and it's for sale. And I have a meeting on Thursday for this new big building, and it's expensive and it's big, but I'm excited to check it out and potentially have it be the next Lowery Brands building. You had an exam today, Gigi. What was the exam in? I'm a legend. Oh, stop it.
Let's go.
What was your exam in? Because I actually maybe I didn't like it so much when I was there, but like learning and like school is like kind of fun. I like history. I like watching history documentaries and learning about Sam Adams, our second president.
Let's go.
Brandon, you know who our third president was? It was Jerry Jefferson. He was a really good president. Jerry Jefferson. So it's Jim Washington, Sam Adams, Jerry Jefferson, and then Henry Madison. It was a history exam? What kind of history exam was it? All right, you got to go. Thanks for tuning in. What kind of history? Was it American history? Was it world history? I love history. History is my favorite subject. And it's fun because it's like watching the news, but speeding it up really fast. Like you get to watch the news, but you get to watch it like in a 10-year span. So it's like really just expediting your news, which is, I like that about history. History is your favorite behind music. All right, I asked what type, world history. Oh, world history. World history. It has been a long world. You know, if it weren't for the, what was it? It was the library. The library around the time of Alexander the Great. This library got burnt down. I forget the name of it. Who sailed the ocean blue in 1492? Kevin Columbus. Great explorer. But, it was the Library of Alexandria, and it got burnt down, and it lost all of the history for thousands of years before. The Egyptians, how the pyramids were built, all the information in the world was stored in this one place, and it got burnt down. So we're missing a lot of world history, but ever since then, we know a lot. Boy, you're so handsome. Oh, now, once I get a haircut, maybe. Once I get a haircut, because I desperately need a haircut. But Jeff, cheers to Jeff. Cheers to the police. Cheers to everybody. Apparently, where I'm from, who discovered the Earth? Bill God. I don't know. The Big Bang Theory. But apparently in Charleston, they're opening up the gyms on May 18th and the haircut places. Now, the question is, he gets better looking with each beer. Well, you better keep drinking them. Now, will I go to the gym? Will I get a haircut? Yeah. I really need one. I really need one. What if I do this? Do I look better like this? No, it's actually very, very long. Oh, yeah. I get a haircut from my mother-in-law who's in town. I mean, I might take that offer up. It's just usually we're tired when we get home. You're going to Charleston with some friends soon? All right, that's cool. But let's talk about business.
Let's go.
Or let's talk about something interesting. What's going on in the world? What's going on in the world? I just got off love with Skater Boy. He was a skater boy. She said, see you later, boy. He wasn't good. Avril Lavigne. You want to know what's interesting about musicians? You know Avril Lavigne? Someone's watching from the UK. Hello, Gubna. Yo, Britain is my second favorite country after America. Because you guys have great accents, you have similar cultures, and I love the way you guys talk. Killer Bees, I don't really have much to say about that. It's in the news because it's funny, but like, I haven't seen them. Will movie theaters survive? Honestly, I think they will. I think they will because I don't know if they're going to be thriving, but there's something about going to the movies. And I don't know. Here's the question about the coronavirus thing. The question people ask is, will it ever be the same again? Will it ever be the same? I think the answer to that question is, I think it will be the same at some point. You know, we have to be cautious for a period of time. But I think it'll be the same. And we're human beings and we're biologically wired to enjoy like each other's company and being around each other and socializing. And until we can completely replicate that with online, and there's something about leaving your house and going to the movie that makes it special. But I personally don't go to movies. But I don't know if that's because I don't enjoy the experience or if it's just because I'm kind of like all about like putting my time into working and stuff like that. You go to the movies?
Yeah.
Like, do you see the experience and the difference between a movie and watching it at home?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's the difference? You like the movies a lot, don't you?
Yeah, I go. It's right down the road from me.
It's just like the experience, right?
The people, the huge screen, the sound around you. Yeah.
I think they'll survive. I think movie theaters will survive. I mean, they're never going to be the same as they were before. And that's not because of the coronavirus. That's because of Netflix and just the potential of watching it at home. Will strip clubs survive? Probably. You can't, yeah, strip clubs will survive. James Corden, Gordon Ramsay, business is way too. Aaron, if you want to call in again, call back in. So what was I saying before I got interrupted? The difference between something or something. I don't know. I got off track. But, oh yeah, musicians. I think it's so interesting to think about how musicians aren't relevant anymore. Like the people like Eminem or Lil Wayne that last for so long. Think about how many people have been one-hit wonders and how hard it is to stay relevant. And that's business. All right, Limbo KMM, I'll give you a shot.
Let's go.
All right, I'll see ya. Declined. All right, Aaron, what up? This is like a new thing now. I haven't done this in the first like 8 episodes.
Yeah, people are calling in now.
There's something about watching a movie in a huge dark room surrounded by strangers that just makes the movie so much better. Aaron!
Yo!
Cheers, man.
Where's your pencil?
Oh, shit. Where's my pencil?
Oh, shit. Where is your... You haven't had your pencil in this whole...
Here, I got it. Yo, Brandon, you want to go get my pencil from my office?
Yeah.
Yo, you just saved my career because if people see me without the pencil, they're going to be worried.
I was losing my mind.
I appreciate it, man. You know I always have it. Yo, man, how's it going for you? How's stereo going?
Let's go.
Getting better?
I think Corona was a good thing.
Yeah, how so?
We are going to, because people will accept less money, right? I guess in the future, right? Maybe.
I mean, what do you mean?
Let's go.
Who will accept less money?
People, you're gonna accept less.
I won't accept less money.
No.
Let's go.
Common folk, right?
I guess. I don't know. It depends what you're referring to. For the people that don't know, you work for a company that...
If 20% of the United States is unemployed, when unemployment runs out, you're going to need a job and you're going to have to accept less, probably.
Yeah, okay. You're saying people are willing to work for less. Yes, I actually have hired some employees for probably $1 or $2 less per hour than I would be able to at normal times.
Yeah, and that adds up. But anyway, I just think people, music artists, they need
Let's go.
Tell people what your company does. Tell people what the company does.
All right, stereo. So we are a tool for musicians to get their music exposed in Uber and Lyft rides. But basically, it's like Spotify,
Let's go.
Uber and Lyft, and we're gonna open it up to delivery drivers. We have like almost 50,000 drivers so far, and if we add delivery drivers, it's probably gonna double pretty easily. So companies put their ads in between songs, just like on Spotify, and we pay the drivers 80% of the money that gets spent on ads. So
I would never choose my own car to listen to an ad, but if I'm in an Uber, I'm not gonna be like, hey, turn that ad off. You know, you'll hear it. You hear it. You get exposed to the message.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna hear it.
Because I go out of my way to avoid ads at all costs.
What cities is he in?
Brandon wants to know what cities you're in.
The entire United States.
Whoa!
When we go live,
Let's go.
we go back to the states that are more open. So Florida.
So your business has definitely been hurt by the virus because people are taking Ubers much less.
Yeah, but what I learned was, now that I'm speaking to a lot of labels and managers, they don't even care about the passengers. If I tell them that 50,000 drivers are going to hear their music, the passengers...
Just the drivers.
Yeah. So the passengers are just a bonus. So that's taking a step back and being like...
So they don't, and that's not even necessarily about the ads, but that's just how your company generates revenue.
Well, that's for the drivers. That covers the cost for the drivers. Doesn't
Covers the cost for the drivers. And then if they like the music, they maybe go buy it on iTunes for 99 cents or stream it on YouTube or whatever.
So if you're a driver, don't pay $10 a month for Spotify. You might use the Spotify free, which has ads. Now you can use stereo and actually make $10 to $20 a month. So at the end of the year, that's like $300-$400. You know, for some people, that's a lot of money.
How much per year?
If you're normally spending $120 a year on Spotify, and now you make $120 to $240 a year, that's like a $400 swing.
Yeah.
For people.
Yeah.
United Monograms is the ad on that.
What's that?
He said get United Monograms to advertise.
Make a jingle.
We'll try it out.
Do you think you look beautiful in your personalized monogram? Come on down to United Monograms. That's I don't know. We're gonna work on that one, but
we'll practice for free. So we'll do it for free for United Monograms.
Oh, all right.
It'll be a good practice run.
All right, this is recorded, so I'm gonna hold you to that, and you're gonna have to go to your bosses and be like, I told this guy I would do it for free.
You got it. No bosses. Kind of my own boss sometimes.
We don't really do radio. Like, if someone's like, yo, you need to produce a radio ad, I'd be like, oh, I don't really know how to do that, but we figure it out, you know.
I had no idea before this either, but now I know. So we'll do it.
Amen, bro.
You got all the equipment.
We do, yeah. Well,
you got to touch on Michael Jordan and Kobe.
All right. I've talked about that before, but I will talk about it again. Dude, Michael Jordan, this documentary has been awesome. Maybe I'll lead into that. He is the man. And he's actually like a fucking asshole, and people hate him. All right, but I'm gonna peace out, bro, and lead into that conversation because I got a good thought on that. All right, bro, Aaron, bro, you're the man.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy everything. Not end. All right, he said peace. Yo, one thing I think about Michael Jordan, right? And in sports, and I tweeted this, and I'm curious on people's opinions. Like, all right, I'm a businessman, and you know, I'd love to have a legacy like Michael Jordan, obviously. But the thing about athletes is they have a record. They have a season. They have a record. They have a defined opponent. So, like, who would you guys, let me know, who would you compare Michael Jordan to, like, in business? How are you adapting in preparation for a recession? I'm prepared for a recession. Who would you compare Michael Jordan to in business?
Steve Jobs.
I think a lot of people would say Steve Jobs. I think a lot of people would say, someone said Facebook, like Mark Zuckerberg. Like, I think we can agree that it's not the same. Charles, I mean, I'll give you a shot because I don't know who you are. But I think you can agree that it's not the exact same to be an athlete as it is to be a business person. And a lot of it is comparable. Like, you want to be intense, you want to work hard, you have to work harder than your competition, you have to strive for the best. Like, but the difference between a business person and an athlete is that the athlete gets this week or this day, you're playing this person and you either win or you lose. Like, it's not like that in business because you have refs, you're on the same court, you have the same rules. Like, there's only 32 teams, like, or however many teams. As a business person, and I've heard Drake say one of his lines in a rap song is talking about athletes. He's like, I want to be them and they want to be us. Like, sometimes rappers want to be musicians and musicians want to be rappers. Well, let me loop business people into this conversation. And I'm speaking for all business people. I will say that we are jealous of athletes who get to have a scoreboard and a game and an opponent and a record and a season. I mean, I'm not jealous of the season because our season and our game's all day long. But the game and the opponent and the record. You're judged by your record. Tom Brady's amazing because of all the Super Bowls he's won. You want to know who else is really good? Dan Marino. If Dan Marino and Tom Brady both sold clothing and started e-commerce businesses together, they could both kind of succeed. Now, if your company goes public, then you can be judged by your stock price and such. And still, it's a long game. It's a long game. But that is the one scoreboard for business people is your public stock price. Most important quarter in business, I don't know, all of them. But that's why a lot of it relates to public companies, because the fourth quarter is the most important because the game ends at the end of the year. But it's quarterly. Dan Marino has like 1,000 interceptions. Screw Dan Marino. I mean, he's good. He's good, you know? And like the difference between him and Tom Brady is the scoreboard at the end of the week. It's just it's cool in business, but the advantage that an athlete might say to a business person is, hey, how many times did you fuck up? How many times did you lose? How many times did it not go well for you? And you could readjust and fix it. And at the end of the year, your business did great. Or at the end of your life, business did great. For athletes, it's like, fuck, I got to the playoffs, but I just lost every time. And it was just like a few bad things that happened. But business is fun, man. It's very fun. And the one thing that athletes should be jealous of business people is that I get to play every day. I get to play every single day. I get to compete. I get to wake up and I'm never like, oh, no games today. I can practice. I can work out, but no games until a couple months. I get to compete every single day. So that's where athletes should be jealous of business people. If your business was a game versus competition, how would you prepare to win the game? I don't know. I would do what I do, man. I like, it's hard to, in basketball, it's not hard to say what is preparation and what is execution, because those two things are, when the clock's on, the clock's off. I'm executing all the time. And I guess maybe I would say training employees. When I'm training employees or hiring employees or having meetings, and we're not actually getting anything done in those meetings, but in the meetings we are planning for how to get things done. I guess that's technically training. I had a 3-hour meeting the other day, and it was called the Staging Execution Meeting. And it was about how we are going to transition from two of our employees, Shelby and Rachel, who do like everything, into hiring people to do this. And they do so much and cover so many areas of the business that is not sustainable for the future because they do too much. So we had to take their job, we had to break it down into little pieces. And we said, if we're going to hire someone for $15 an hour, what responsibilities are we going to give these people? And that's how I would prepare for the game. That's what I'm preparing. You're your own competitor. Grow and do better every quarter, every holiday. Yeah, I mean, my business has grown in sales every single year. It's crazy. I don't know why my business is doing so well right now. I don't know if it's because me and Shelby debate about it. I don't know if it's because like everyone's stuck at home and they just got $1,200 and now they're buying stuff online. But you could also say, hey, it's the first recession we've had since 2009. Who's going to buy some clothes they don't need? Like, but I think we're just doing a good job of marketing. We're doing a good job. And it's funny. This is actually a piece of business advice. We've had this business for a while, United Monograms, and we never really put our faces on it. We acted like we were bigger than we were. And now we've been doing this live at lunch thing. And that's been going well. People know who me and Shelby are. And I think it's cool for them to associate faces with a business. But we had this thing called the United Monograms Diamond Club. And it's a Facebook group. And it was Shelby and Rachel's idea. And it's a Facebook group. And it's like you have to ask a question to get entered into it. And it's kind of like an exclusive club. And we post like our deals there. First, we put exclusive deals and exclusive products just for the Diamond Club. And we've noticed that ever since we did that, like we've got some like fanatic like people who are part of the brand. Like they're like kind of crazy. Like we actually have Shelby specifically, she has a stalker. Her name is Magenta or Magesta, or it's M and whoever her last name is on social media. But she probably might see this. She stalks Shelby very, very, something to worry about. And all I've said the whole time she's had this stalker is, this is good. This is we're doing something right. We're doing something right. We're building like fanatics. Finally got money to buy what we want. I guess, but so many people lost their jobs. Shelby just texted me. Dude, what the fuck, she follows you.
Let's go.
Oops. If you choose me, I'm sorry if it lags out. My phone is shit. What's your question? I'll choose you. Limbo, KMM, what's your question? Add me. All right. You want to request me my video? I feel like if you don't show up, you're definitely not winning. Because I feel like you already requested it. Shelby said not funny. Yo, what up?
Hey, what's up?
Cheers, man.
Cheers. I drank all mine. It's gone.
It's all good, man. What's your name?
My name's Kobe, but I'm a part-time musician out of, like, Middle Belleville, like Ohio.
Ohio. All right. I went to Ohio University for 1 year of college.
Oh, nice. I know a lot of people that go there.
All right. What's your question?
I just joined, so what am I supposed to be asking?
Just a question about business or life.
Business? I was getting my business degree, actually.
Okay.
How do I promote myself better?
And what's your objective?
My objective is to spread my music.
All right, so music.
Yeah.
What type of music?
I do pop, mostly.
Okay. So if there were one very, very famous band or musician that you aspire to be like, who would it be?
Panic at the Disco.
Really? Yo, Panic at the Disco is fucking awesome.
Thank you.
You're not them, so.
Yeah, no.
but they're very unique, and I like them. All right. So here's my advice. I would say every time Panic at the Disco posts on any type of social media, and they probably get a lot of likes, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. So you go to Panic at the Disco's Instagram, and you set up notifications that every time they post, you get notified right away. and you want to be the first one to comment on all their posts, and you say something cool or something clever or something entertaining, and you can actually go viral by commenting on their post, and like 100 people will like it, especially if you're the first one, and then 50,000 people, 10,000 people like their post. Those 10,000 people are your potential audience. So now, out of all of Instagram, you can scroll through and you can see 10,000 people that are your potential fans. So you scroll through those 10,000 people and you selectively follow and start interacting with those people. And that's gold, because you know those people love Panic at the Disco. And you know hopefully that those people have seen your comment on Panic at the Disco's posts. So if they're huge fans, and every time they go to Panic at the Disco's posts, they see you commenting, they start to like recognize who you are. Then all of a sudden they're on Instagram one day and they're like, what's your name? What's your Instagram name?
It's Limbo KMM. It's the same for every
all right.
music platform.
So they're like, oh, Limbo KMM follows me. And they're like, oh shit. So they're like, oh, I don't get that many followers and Limbo KMN's following me. So then they look at your account and now you have the attention of somebody who's a Panic at the Disco fan looking at your account.
Okay.
So
you can handle that.
So, but here's the thing. You got to do it a lot. You got to like do it every day. You got to be persistent because a lot of the times people will ignore you. People won't care. But if you want to find the people on social media who potentially will like you, that's a great way to do it.
All right. That sounds great. Okay.
Hey, I chime in with, haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door? No.
Do you see these kinds of things?
With a sense of poison rationality.
So wasted.
All right, bro. You might be the winner. All right, but peace out.
Awesome. All right, see ya.
Yo, I like that guy.
Let's go.
I think that was actually good advice, too. Think that was good advice?
Yeah, I was wondering if he has YouTube videos.
I don't know. He said he was so wasted. But, yo, very rarely do you see someone starting music that's like pop music.
Yeah.
You know? Because I feel like pop music is like...
But that's what everyone's listening to on radio.
Yeah.
Spotify.
I feel like when you start music, you're either like a rapper or like country or like rock. No one like starts a pop band, you know? Like, that's rare. So, that was cool, man. I like that guy. I'm a loser 32 sent a request to be in your live video. Should I do it?
Yeah.
All right.
This is good content.
Because, like, you know, imagine like Justin Bieber goes live. So many people like request to be in it. Like, you can't accept everyone. He declined it. It's funny that they decline it because it's almost like you're getting stage fright. Yo, do you think the Limbo KMN will remember my advice?
Yeah.
Nah, I think he said he's wasted. But yeah, man, life is good. I'm gonna take a little slug from the second president.
Let's go.
Lil Bank God, hello.
It's a cool name, Lil Bank God.
Lil Bank God?
Lil Bank God.
That is a good name. So, want to know what's interesting is how rappers name themselves, because like there's so many Lils, right? And then there's so many babies. There's Da Baby, and isn't there Lil Baby? Yeah. And they're both up and comers. But then there was also who's the guy that was like Lil Wayne's?
There's a rap called Babyface, I think.
Babyface, and whoever was Lil Wayne's like album guy. Birdman. Okay, Birdman. That's different. But then there's Cardi B, and now there's a famous rapper called Playboy Cardi.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like they're always gripping on each other's names.
Do you like Doja Cat?
I know her from TikTok from Why Don't You Say So.
Yeah.
But that's at least a unique name. I was actually talking about this before with someone, and we said, like, what rapper has the best name? And I think I was talking about with you, Brandon.
We were in the Tesla.
Yeah.
Was in Tesla.
And I think that the answer that we came up with was Chance the Rapper. Like, it's pretty, I just like that name.
Eminem's kind of cool, though, yeah.
Eminem. 31 and looking good. Cheers, Amy.
You get a chance to rap?
Being 31, I feel absolutely not different at all. I'm a loser 32 requested to be my video again. I think you lost your chance, loser.
Do you like Tyler, the Creator?
Tyler, the Creator? Tyler, the Creator's a little weird for me.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I like weird, but he's just a little too weird.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It's crazy to be someone can still win. They, asked me a question. But I think that's one of the craziest things about being a musician is that you get your hits. Like, what's that girl that's saying, like, get out, leave, right now? JoJo. Is JoJo rich? Like, is she filthy rich? Is the Umbop, the Hanson, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Umbop?
The little kids?
Are they, like, rich for life? Like, Justin Timberlake is rich for life. Justin Bieber's rich for life. The Rolling Stones are rich for life. Many musicians hit it big and are rich for life. But most musicians, who's that chick that sang Carly Rae Jepsen? She had a big hit song. She rich for life? It's crazy. Like, if you are a musician and you have one big hit song, do you have enough money for life? I don't think so. I think it's almost like being, I was going to say Robin. Yeah, it's JoJo. It's almost like being an athlete or an NFL player for like a couple years. I'm a loser 32. I'll let you join if you give me a preview of what type of question you're going to ask. And why'd you decline it last time? All right, go for it. All right, you have a question. All right, hit me up again. I'll accept it this time. It's cool how you can, like, call right in. Mm-hmm. Like, imagine if I wanted to do this and it was 1997. I would need a radio channel to accept me. And, like, I can't do that. I wouldn't be good enough. But in 2020, I can have my own radio show right here. All right, I'm a loser 32. Time to shine. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Where you at? You better not decline it.
Are you gay?
Are you a troll?
Maybe.
All right, you're a troll. I appreciate your respect. Like, if you're gonna be a troll, be a funny troll. All right. You know what? I'm a loser. You're blocked. But, that's cool to have trolls. All right, so that's a legit question. What if you want to do something small, like a cleaning business? Like, I would love to do that, but I don't know where to start, especially with clients. Okay. So you want to do a cleaning business. So one thing about a cleaning business is that it's definitely naturally forced to be like local, right? And there's no problem with that. It's a service-based business. And one of the keys to, sorry, I burped. One of the keys to a service business is referrals, but it's a risk. At some point, you're going to have to buy the supplies, buy the mop tub, and you're gonna have to buy it in like you have to start thinking like a business person at some point. So do you think that you could get one house or one person or one client? Kira? Like, if you could get one client and then you could buy the equipment, then you have a business and you get excited about it. And like, I know a lot of people, and most normal people, the reason why most normal people don't want to run businesses is because you can never turn your brain off. For most people who don't want to turn their brain off, like me, we're kind of crazy. Or like it's not necessarily a positive thing. It's it's crazy. Like my brain is wild. Like I'm just go. Like and I feel like sometimes my biggest flaw is that I am normal and that I want to be crazy because I want to be a successful business person. And I know that all these people are crazy, but I also am crazy. But you can't relax if you want to be a very successful business person. And if you can do it right, you can figure it out. But you go to the house, you clean the house, your first client, you get paid maybe $400, and that covers your first supplies. You buy all the cleaning supplies, and it costs $400. So you didn't make any money, but you're underway. So now you have to get another client. And why would someone hire you if you're only one person? I definitely feel confident that I could get at least one. I know that seems cocky. That does not seem cocky. That seems very uncocky. But getting a lot, I feel would be a struggle, if that makes sense, because I know there's other cleaning businesses. All right. Forget about the other cleaning businesses. Now, with every business, this is good advice here, right here. I do not know the specifics of the cleaning industry, but within every market, there are niches. Word of mouth. I already said that, referrals. Now, what type of houses do you want to clean? I hired the guy that mows my lawn for one reason and one reason only. Because he mowed my neighbor's lawn. I swear to God, it's a referral-based business, and I figured it would do everyone a favor if I hired the guy that mowed my neighbor's lawn to mow my lawn, because he already is there, and it's going to help him. It's going to help him give me a lower price. So what is your market? Want to know what seems like an amazing industry for cleaning businesses? An apartment complex. But you want to know what the problem with that? The apartment complex might already have a contract with a cleaning company. So you got to find your first client. And whoever your first client is, you don't make any money on that client. You take every penny that client pays you, and you take that money and you buy your supplies. And honestly, you probably need some type of website. And you need to make your, here's my first piece of advice, because I did this when I started my company. Make your website look way more professional than you are. Make yourself look bigger than you are. Now, eventually, as you get to a certain point, you can be honest and you can be like, hey, I'm just like a little company with 10 employees, 10 clients. But if the second person is going to hire you, you're going to need some type of website. All right, you need your house cleaned. You go to the internet, you just type in the name. You're gonna need some type of reference piece, and it's got to be a website. If I ever wanted to get a cleaning company and I Googled it, and I went to the website and it didn't exist, I'd be like, what the hell is this? So you need a little website, something that makes you look nice. You need one client, you need reference, you need a market niche. And you said that you seem cocky. Keep being cocky. I swear to God, be cocky. Be cocky with yourself. Be cocky with yourself. There's not one successful entrepreneur who doesn't have streaks of cockiness. Cockiness is very important. And you think that people might be like, oh, I don't want to. Cockiness isn't the most attractive thing in a general sense, but for entrepreneurs and for yourself, be cocky. It's very, very, very helpful to be cocky to yourself. I'm trying to buy a $3 million business on Thursday. No, a $3 million building on Thursday. It needs a $700,000 down payment. I'm literally meeting with someone and we're all going to go walk through the building, act like this is like a real thing. I don't have that money, but I'm being cocky by assuming that I deserve it. And that is, you need to take those leaps of faith to be a successful entrepreneur. That helps. I like helping people. That's great. Best ways for a 16-year-old to make money.
Drop shipping, I'm joking.
Age doesn't matter. Age doesn't matter. Like,
Drug dealing.
sell weed. Selling weed is like entrepreneurial, and you're not going to be beat out by CVS yet, so you have a little leg up. That's my advice. Sell weed. Yeah, for real. Sell weed. And here's my advice if you sell weed. Don't become like 23 and still sell weed, because then you're going to get arrested. Don't get arrested. But honestly, you asked if I'm 16, what should I do? It doesn't matter if you're 16. The question is, what are you interested in? What are you, like, I guess if you're 16, you have no money, you live at your parents' house. Yeah, definitely sell weed. What up, Stratton Traveler? Damn, Brad, I was thinking about keeping this one under 30 minutes so we could see if we could put it to the feed. Yo, but Kira Marie's definitely gonna be the winner, and I like that. What's his that Panic at the Disco dude, and I appreciate that he called in and had a genuine question. But I think he's blacked out. So, Zach comes in. I'm trying to start a business about claw machines places. I don't know if that's a joke. How do I get people to put a claw machine in their business?
What?
Dude, I don't know if that's a joke or not, but dude,
What is a claw machine?
no, you know what a claw machine is. It's like it's basically like a gum machine or a candy machine.
Oh.
It's a machine that like it has all the toys at the bottom and like the you know Toy Story. Yeah. They're like the claw. I don't know, man, dude. It's a business that is used to, in every grocery store. There used to be like the little section where there was like candy and the ring pops and the claw machines. I don't see that being an industry of the future, man. The kids that used to be, mommy, let me buy the claw. Those kids are now on their phones. I don't suggest that business going forward into the world that we're going into. Plus the coronavirus will be all over the knob. So don't do that business, man. It's very highly capital intensive. You need to buy the machines, and then you need to put a machine in each location. I think you might be joking. I think you might be joking. It's a terrible business. Don't do it. Don't do it. Kira Marie is the winner. Kira Marie, what's your favorite beer? I'll DM you either way after this, but I genuinely appreciate your question, and find a niche. Apartment complexes, mid-side houses, mansions. But if you can do it in the same physical location, aka a neighborhood, then you can be that neighborhood's person. I pay a lawnmower guy. I only hired him for one reason and one reason only. His name is Tomas. It was because he was my neighbor's lawnmower. Take that piece of business advice and use it for your cleaning service. And if you're ever in Charleston, South Carolina, my house is dirty. All right, this has been Drink and Grow Rich. I love you guys. Michelob Ultra. Well, I will be Venmoing you and DMing you, and you're the winner. So peace out. I'll see you guys next week.
Let's go.